Hey, Damien, where are you and your mom? I can't see you anywhere.
Huh?
Well, I've just come out of the bathroom and you're not where I left you. Have you gone into a shop or something?
Oh no, we're not in a shop. I mean, we did go into one, and I bought myself a really nice new pair of trainers and a nice new belt, but we're not in there anymore. I did use your credit card to buy the shoes, though. They were a fair bit of money, but I thought that it wouldn't matter. You'll pay them off eventually. And that's what credit cards are for, aren't they?
Okay, then where are you two? I mean, if we're not quick, we're going to miss our tour, so we really don't have time for you guys to be playing hide and seek right now.
We've already left.
What? You've gone? What do you mean by that?
I mean exactly what I've said. We've left and gone on the tour by ourselves. We arrived early at the place, and the tour guide took the group early so that we could get more time looking around and stuff.
But what about me?
What about you?
What am I supposed to do now? You've both just gone and ditched me?
Well, that's not my fault. You're the one who took forever in the bathroom. Not everyone can work to your schedule, you know. I mean, honestly, we didn't want to miss out on the tour simply because you were taking forever on the loo. I mean, with how long you took, it's clear you've got a dodgy stomach or something, which means that you probably wouldn't have been able to walk too far. Just in case you needed the toilet again, you'd have had to stay by the bus, which means I would have been expected to stay with you, being your husband and all, and miss out on this incredible piece of history. How's that fair to me?
When have I ever stopped you from doing something simply because I'm not able to do it? I would have found something to do if you really had wanted to go and see everything. I don't need you babysitting me all the time. Just because I might have a bit of an upset stomach doesn't mean I would stop you from enjoying yourself.
Well, great. That means that me and Mom can go and do whatever we want for the remainder of this trip, and you can go and do whatever you want. We won't have to deal with your annoying upset stomach and get stopped from doing all the fun things that we want to do, like maybe kayaking the local river or something.
Me going and looking at something else whilst you enjoy a tour is completely different to ditching me for the entirety of our trip. How can you be so selfish and callous? I mean, it's not like I want to have an upset stomach. I can't help it though. And being my husband, I thought you would at least try and sympathize with me and help me make the best out of a bad situation. We could go back to the hotel together and just enjoy a day relaxing.
Why should it be my job to look after you when you're ill? I'm not the sick one, so I shouldn't be punished simply because you are. I want to enjoy my life and actually have fun whilst I can. This trip is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I don't want to miss it. Plus, I can't just ditch my mom. That would be rude.
Are you seriously saying that to me right now? I can't believe you. You're actually going to ditch me in a foreign country whilst you and your mom go gallivanting off doing God knows what? Do you not care what happens to me at all?
Well, to be honest, now that you've asked, no, not really.
What?
I wanted to say something for a while now, actually, but I've not really been happy being with you. I just feel like you're constantly bringing me down. I don't want to be married to someone who would rather nag me instead of let me just do my own thing. My mom also agrees with me. She thinks that you're just a boring dud and that I deserve someone much more fun as my wife. So yeah, I am gonna ditch you in a foreign country because I want to go and explore all the sights and attractions that I can, which will probably involve quite a few that you wouldn't want to participate in, but I'm not gonna let you dictate what I can and can't do anymore. It's as simple as that.
Uh-huh, I see. But if you've been feeling like this, then why haven't you said anything to me? We could have talked things through and tried to figure out the situation together. In fact, why don't you come and meet me after the tour, and we can actually have a proper conversation about everything. We can figure this out together. I mean, that's what married couples are supposed to do if they have an issue with one another. Talk and communicate and work it out.
No.
What? Why not?
Because I know everything I need to know already. I know that I don't want to stay with you and that I want a divorce.
Divorce? That's seriously what you want to do? You don't even want to try and figure this thing out together?
Not really. It'll just be a waste of my time.
Gee, thanks. Whatever happened to in sickness and in health? Or do those vows just mean nothing to you?
Yeah, well, they're just words. They don't mean anything.
Gee, thanks. Nice to know. What was even the point of bringing me on this trip then, if you felt so strongly about leaving me?
Well, I mean, let's face it, you earn quite a bit of money. I couldn't have paid for a 2-week trip in Europe for me and my mom by myself. The fact that you paid for everything was exactly what I needed. Now that we're here, I can go and do whatever I want.
You're despicable. You honestly brought me along just to use my money? If that's how you want to act, then fine. Just come and give me my bag back, and we can both move on with our lives and never have to have anything to do with one another ever again.
No, I don't think so.
What?
I'm not gonna give you your bag back.
You can't just ditch me in a foreign country and steal my purse. that's got my passport and all my money in it.
I know. Why do you think I want it? I'm not gonna use my own money if I can use yours.
What?
Well, I figured that with all the trouble that you've caused me with your boring attitude and everything, I would use your money to finance the rest of my trip and have the fun I deserve. I also want to spoil my mom a little bit, so I'll use your money for that too. Take her somewhere nice. She deserves that.
You can't do that.
Actually, I can, and I have. Think of it as compensation for all the trips that I've had to miss out on because you thought that they were too unsafe or too expensive. I think I deserve to have a little bit of fun, and you can pay for it as a way to apologize to me for the trouble you've caused me.
If anyone needs to apologize here, it's you. You've acted so horribly to me, and I haven't even done anything to you. I can't wait to get home and away from you.
That's if you can get home. I mean, you're not going anywhere without your passport, which I have with me here. Looks like you're gonna be stuck here. To be honest, it saves me the trouble of ever having to see you again, so it's a win for me. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. I've got lots more to do with my day, like buying lots of things I've always wanted, and it doesn't involve staying on the phone and texting you all day. Who knows, I might even find a cute girl to spend my time with. There is one who's been flirting with me a lot on this tour. Maybe I'll see where it goes.
You're actually telling me that you're going to cheat on me? Are you really that stupid? You don't even know that woman. She could be planning all sorts of things.
I hope so. It's been a while since I've had some fun.
You know what? Whatever. I don't care what you do. I'm done with you and your revolting ways.
Yeah, whatever. Good luck trying to get home.
Don't you worry about me. I'll be just fine. You're the one who should be worried. With how stupid you are, I wouldn't be surprised if you got easily taken advantage of.
As if that would happen. I'm much smarter than you. In fact, I was so confident in my plan that I didn't even bring my own money and cards because I knew I'd be able to get yours. That's how amazing I am.
You didn't bring your own money?
Nope. Why would I need it when I have yours?
Oh, you simple idiot. Thank you for letting me know that.
Huh?
Nothing. You've just really brightened my day. Now, if you don't mind, I have an important call to make.
Whatever, just leave me alone now. See ya.
Oh, Sophie, me and Damien are simply having the most wonderful time on vacation. You're really missing out on a lot, LOL. I mean, my son and I are having a great vacation. If you're interested, you'll have to pay your own costs.
I have enough time to move out thanks to that.
Huh? I don't understand. Damien told me that he has all of your money and cards, so how on earth are you going to move out of the house when you don't have the money nor your passport to get back home? Do you really think that I'm so stupid that you can bluff me like that? It's kind of pathetic.
Well, I wouldn't say you're the brightest bulb.
What?
I've managed to get back home as I called the American embassy and explained what had happened. They thankfully were able to get me an emergency passport and get me on the next flight home a couple of days ago. Once I got back, I started moving all of my stuff out of the house. I'm not going to stay with someone who would so callously steal my stuff and leave me stranded in the middle of some foreign country.
What? But that's not...
It is what happened, and you know it. Hell, you were rubbing it in my face that I'd been ditched like that. But just so you know, I wouldn't be celebrating if I were you.
What do you mean? Why not?
Well, did you know that most banks will encourage you to report any cards that have been stolen or lost to make sure that they don't get used? And they'll lend you a little bit of money if you're in a foreign country so that you're not left stranded? It's remarkable what banks can do nowadays, isn't it?
Wait, Sophie? What have you done?
Oh, not much. I've just done exactly what the banks told me to do, which incidentally means that I've canceled all of my cards and have had new ones sent to me here at home.
But that means that the cards Damien has are...
Completely useless? Yes.
Oh no, we've been using them for everything. When did you call the bank?
Oh, only the very first day you and your son ditched me.
So, for the last few days, we've not been paying our bills?
I guess not. You really are going to have some angry people after you.
Oh no, you've got to help us.
No way. After what you did to me, this is the least you deserve.
I'll tell Damien about all of this.
Good. I hope you do. He deserves to know the trouble he's about to be in.
Fine then, I'll tell him, and then you'll be the one in trouble.
We'll see about that.
Sophie, my mom just told me what you've done. Why would you do that?
Why? Maybe because the man who was supposed to love me decided to ditch me in a foreign country and steal all of my money and my only way back home. Telling my banks on you is literally the least I could have done. Which is why I've also decided to sell all of your things back at the house, as a way to make back the money you had already spent off of my cards. To be honest, I thought it was quite an ingenious idea. I've already almost made the money spent on the holiday back. I just said, You owe me a lot of money, and I thought this would be a great way to get it back. Lord knows, you'd never have actually paid me anything. You're too cheap for that.
But that's all of my stuff, my consoles, my clothes, everything.
Yep. Oh, and don't forget the headphones and games as well. It's all for sale.
I can't believe you've done this. Surely it's illegal. That's my stuff, so surely you can't do anything to it.
Well, actually, because I bought most of this stuff for you, I technically have ownership over it, lol.
But that's not fair. Stop messing with my stuff.
Oh, yeah? And I've also put the house up for sale.
What? That can't be possible or legal, surely.
Well, considering the mortgage is in my name, not yours, it's perfectly legal. I can sell the house if I want to, and I get all of the money from the sale of the place as well, whilst you get absolutely nothing.
That can't be right. I'm your husband. I should get some money from the sale of our house.
Actually, you're not my husband anymore.
What? Don't be ridiculous. Yes, I am.
Actually, no, you aren't. Not anymore. I filed for divorce, like the day I got back from Europe, just like you wanted. It was quite easy, especially after I showed my lawyers what you did to me whilst we were away. They were very eager to help me win my case and leave you.
Hang on, lawyers?
Yeah, when I showed them how you had treated me and had stolen my money and passport, they immediately began to help me get the divorce proceedings underway. I don't think they wanted to see me married to you any more than I wanted to stay married to you. I've left the papers with your brother, along with the rest of your stuff from the house. Well, the stuff that I hadn't paid for, anyway. Turns out that was only 2 boxes full. The rest of the stuff you had mooched off of me. You should be hearing from my lawyers soon about compensation as well. From the way they were talking, it looks like you'll be paying me a lot of money in compensation.
What? Hang on a second. Let's not be too hasty. We can talk about this. Maybe we don't have to get divorced. We can find a way to sort out all of our problems. Let's just talk about this, okay?
No, I don't think so.
What? Why not?
I gave you every chance to talk to me, to try and sort things out whilst we were away, but you wanted to steal my things and leave me stranded instead. Thank goodness I was able to get to the embassy so that they could help me get home. Now that I'm back, all I want to do is get you out of my life for good. I don't need someone so selfish, horrible, and downright vile in my life.
But what about the house?
What about it? Considering the house was in my name, I thought that I would sell it and move somewhere better.
But what about me?
That's your problem now. I don't have to be your carer anymore. I can finally live my life freely and how I want without having to pay for you. Anyway, my lawyers say that I shouldn't talk to you anymore. If there's anything you want to say, you'll have to do it through them. Goodbye.
No, wait!
The divorce quickly went through due to all the evidence that I had over the text that Damien had sent me whilst we were away. He was also ordered to pay me quite a lot in compensation for how he treated me. Once he and his mom got back to the States, the police were actually waiting for them as they had been informed about the theft and fraud the two of them had tried to do to me. Damien and Tracy were arrested. However, I decided not to press charges, as I didn't want the hassle of going through all of that and the courts and everything. However, I did ask for a restraining order against both of them, which the court was more than happy to provide. Since then, I've sold my old house and found a new home that is more suited to what I want. It's a lovely little place, which I can finally make my own. I've also started seeing someone on a casual basis. It's not anything serious yet, but dating him is fun, and we're having a really good time together. Hopefully this time I won't end up stuck in a foreign country with no money if I keep on seeing him. As for Tracy and Damien, they were both flagged as scammers with the police, and the banks kept a close eye on them, often denying certain purchases until they could verify the payment method being used. Damien also had to move back in with his mom, as he had nowhere else to go and no money to rent a new flat. I don't feel bad for what I did, as I believe they both deserved it for what they did to me. However, I just wish it hadn't come to that. But some people need to learn life lessons the hard way, and Damien is definitely one of those people.